Hey everyone, welcome to today's yoga flow. Today we have a very slow flow for a heavy heart. Sometimes when we're dealing with really deep emotions, heavy emotions, our body keeps them locked up in different areas, and this is going to be a great opportunity to open those energy centers and let everything flow through. If we are coming to the mat with some heavy emotions that we're dealing with, let's try and leave them off the mat. While we're in our practice today, we're going to stay grounded and focused on our breath and our body. If you catch your mind wandering, just acknowledge the thought like a passing cloud, let it pass through, and then bring your attention back to your breath and back to your body. All right, so we are going to be using a yoga block for this practice. If you don't have a block, you can use a folded towel or blanket or a small pillow, even like a stack of books, something that's just going to give you a little bit of support. So before we begin our asanas, let's all take a seat in the center of our mat. You can be crisscross or on your knees, on a cushion, whatever feels comfortable. Let's just find some alignment in our spine and take some deep breaths here. As we exhale, try and drop your shoulders, releasing any tension that you might be holding. We're going to take a few more deep breaths here. And as you inhale, try and fill your lungs to the deepest, fullest capacity that you can. And as you exhale, try and empty them completely, getting all of the air out of your lungs. On our next inhale, let's reach our arms to the sky. And exhale, bring the hands through the heart center. Another deep breath here. As we breathe, let's try and pinpoint where we might be feeling these emotions in our body. You might be feeling it in your chest, in your stomach, in your hips. Just try and locate where that emotion is sitting. And let's try and keep that location as we move through the practice, noticing how it might move, how it might change. Let's take one more deep breath. And exhale, release the hands. All right, so we're going to start using our block. Coming to your mat on your back, we're going to place the block at our upper back in between our shoulders. And if you're using a block, you can use the tall end or the short end, whatever is more comfortable. You might have to play around with it and see what feels good for you. So we're going to be placing the block or like upper mid back and just leaning back, letting your head fall to the mat. Legs can be straight out in front of you or bent, either way. And we're going to cactus our arms. Taking a deep inhale and a long, complete exhale. Now, this is a really great heart opener, so you should feel very open in the chest, a very wide chest. We're going to take some deep breaths here. Feeling our chest open with each exhale. Now, if your legs aren't already bent, let's go ahead and bend them, placing our feet on the mat in front of us. Let's bring the soles of our feet together and let our knees fall open to the sides for a butterfly position. Keep taking those deep inhales and long, complete exhales as you feel the hips open up also. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, release any tension you might be holding. If you're holding tension in your back, maybe in your knees, let everything just fall. Last deep inhale here. We're going to make it the deepest inhale we've taken all day. And a long, complete exhale. Now go ahead and slowly bring your knees back together, pressing ourselves off of our block and coming up. You can go ahead and remove the block. We're not going to be needing it for the rest of practice. Coming back, laying on your back, we're going to bring your knees up and roll to the side. On your side body, letting your knees fall, staying at a 90-degree angle. We're going to extend the arms in front of us, palms touching. Now, for this movement, our knees are going to stay where they are, and we're only going to be moving our upper body. So take a moment here to get comfortable, find some alignment. Make sure your spine isn't bending too much. And as we inhale, we're going to open our left arm, or whichever arm was on top. Open it back as far as you can. As you exhale, bring your hand back, palms touching. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. We're going to continue this movement with our breath. Opening wide as we inhale. And bringing the hands back together as we exhale. We're going to do one more on this side. So inhale, open as far back as you can. And exhale, bringing the hands back together. Now slowly bring yourself to the other side now. Finding the same position with your knees at a 90-degree angle in front of your hips. Arms straight in front of you, palms touching. Inhale as we open our chest, bringing the hand as far back as we can. And exhale, bring the palms back together. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Let your gaze follow your fingertips as you open backwards and as you close forwards. Moving with your breath here. Try not to rush this movement. And let's take one more. All right, go ahead and press yourself back up to a seated position. We're actually going to come to a standing position at the top of our mat now. So find a strong foundation, a strong mountain pose. Your legs are strong. Your hips are pulling up. Your ribs are knitted in. Shoulders are dropped. And crown of your head is reaching to the sky. Take a moment here to just find some sturdiness in this position. Now together we're going to inhale, reaching our hands to the sky. And exhale, bringing the hands in prayer to the heart. Inhale, hands to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straightening the spine. And let's step it back into a downward facing dog. Let's take a moment here to feel that stretch. Maybe you pedal your legs, bending one leg at a time. Maybe you embrace the stillness. Wherever you are, just take deep breaths. Now, as we inhale, we're going to reach our right leg to the sky, bending the right knee. Now we're slowly going to rotate, stacking the right hip over the left, keeping our shoulders squared to the mat. This should feel a nice stretch in the right hip. Should feel it opening up. Take some deep breaths here, maybe leaning a little bit further back if you can. And on your next exhale, let's bring the leg through to the top of the mat in between our hands. We're going to lower the left knee and untuck the toes. Inhaling, bringing our hands, reaching them to the sky for a crescent lunge. Find some balance here. Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, open your chest towards the sky. Let's take another deep breath here. And on your exhale, bring your hands to the mat on the inside of your right foot. We're going to slowly push the right foot towards the outer edge of your mat. The outer edge of your foot should be in line with the outer edge of your mat. We're going to go into a lizard pose, slowly coming to our forearms. If your forearms cannot touch here, you can use your block to bring the ground a little higher to you, or you can just bend your elbows as much as you can just to feel that stretch. You should be feeling a nice stretch through the left hip. And we're going to stay here for a moment, taking some deep breaths. Remember to stay present in our bodies throughout this practice. So if you're finding yourself wandering, let's bring it back. Focus on your breath. How does that feel? Now we're slowly going to bring the hands back to the mat. We're going to walk the right foot now to the outer left edge of our mat, bringing our knee to the mat in front of us for a pigeon pose. Now you might need to scoot your back leg back a little bit, bringing your hips closer to the floor. You're going to keep the hands at the mat in front of you, pressing away, opening your chest and looking at the sky. Inhale here, and as you exhale, fold forward, letting your forehead touch the mat, or folding forward as far as you can. Inhale, come up, opening the chest, and exhale, fold forward. We're going to continue moving with our breath here, opening up our chest as we inhale, folding over the right leg as we exhale. We're going to do a few more here. Last one, press away from the mat as you inhale. And as you exhale, tuck your back toes and let's send our hips back, bringing the foot to the back of the mat for a downward facing dog. We're going to take a moment here, find some stillness. Maybe you're wiggling your heels, pedaling them, or maybe you're embracing the stillness. We're going to inhale, this time reaching our left leg to the sky, bending the knee and opening, pulling your left hip back over your right hip. Make sure your shoulders stay square to the mat here. And take some deep breaths. Now we are going to bring our left foot to the top of the mat in between the hands, taking as many steps as it takes to get there. Lowering the right knee to the mat, untucking the toe, and bringing it up to a crescent lunge. Let's take some deep breaths here, inhaling as we lengthen our spine, and exhaling as we open our chest. One more deep breath here. And on your exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Now we're going to walk the left foot to the left edge of the mat, coming into our lizard pose, either taking the forearms to the ground or to your block, or just bending your elbows to feel a stretch. Wherever you are, just make sure you're keeping your attention on your breath and your body. The hips are a very common place for trauma or deep emotions to be stored. So hip opening poses have always been some of my favorites. Getting those energies flowing through. Let's get that shit moving. All right, on our next inhale, let's come back to our hands coming off the mat, and we're slowly going to walk our foot to the opposite side of the mat now, letting the knee come to the mat for our pigeon pose. Keeping the hands on the mat, let's press away, opening our chest to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, press up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press. Now just continue this pattern with your own breath. One more time, we're going to press up as we inhale. Tuck the back toes. Let's send it into our downward facing dog. Take some deep breaths here. Maybe you're embracing the stillness. Maybe you're pedaling the legs. Take a deep inhale. And as we exhale, let's bring our knees to the mat. Toes are coming together and knees are going to go a little bit wider than our hips. Let's send our glutes back for a child's pose. Let's take some deep breaths here and just pay attention to how our energy is flowing. Concentrate on your breath and how it feels flowing through you. Deep inhales and long, complete exhales. One more here. Now on your next inhale, let's press up into a tabletop position. Knees can come back under your hips. Hands are going to be under your shoulders. Let's find a neutral spine here. As we inhale, we're going to take the right arm up to the sky, opening through the chest. Follow your gaze to your fingers. And as you exhale, let's thread the needle through the left arm, placing the right arm flat on the floor, extending the left arm forward to deepen the stretch. Take a deep breath here. Now pull your left hand back to the mat. Prepare to press yourself back up, opening through the right arm, reaching it to the sky. We're going to do that one more time. So exhale, thread the needle, letting your shoulder meet the floor. Extend your left arm forward to deepen the stretch. Now you can draw your left hand back, pressing up, opening through the right arm, reaching it to the sky. Inhale and exhale, bring the right arm back to the mat. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, reach your left arm to the sky. Exhale, thread it through the right arm, placing it on the floor, letting the shoulder fall, and extend the right arm forward. Now draw your right arm back, pressing up, opening through the chest. And exhale, bring it back through the arm and onto the mat. Extend your right arm forward. And let's just breathe into this stretch. Now draw your right arm back, pressing up, opening again to the sky. And exhale, bring your left hand back to the mat. Awesome. Now we are going to come to our bellies. We're going to be doing some cobra variations. So, laying on our stomach on our mat, we're going to bring the hands in line with the shoulders. Our feet are going to be untucked. Our toes are going to be untucked, flat on the floor. We're going to inhale, pulling the chest up. You're going to be, imagine pulling through the back, less than pressing away from the mat with your hands. Now exhale, bring your head back to the mat. Forehead touching the mat. And inhale, pull the chest off the mat. Exhale, bring the head back down. We're going to continue this flow with our breath. Inhale as we press away from the mat. And exhale as we drop our head back down. Inhale, pull the chest away. And exhale, bring it back down. Now we're going to do a little variation here. So let's bring our hands wide out to the sides of us with our fingertips on the ground. Your elbows could be a little bit bent, so don't extend them all the way to where your hands or your arms are straight, but just keep your hands bent to the sides. We're going to press up, pulling our chest away from the mat. And as we exhale, we're going to drop the left shoulder to the mat, finding a little bit of a twist. Inhale, come back up, and exhale, drop the right shoulder to the mat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale up, exhale, right shoulder. We're going to do a few more of these. Moving with your own breath. And last one. All right. Now we are going to slowly turn ourselves upside down to come to our back. We're going to lay flat on our mats, laying on our back, letting our legs fall straight in front of us, our hips, our feet falling to the sides, our arms comfortably laying next to us. We're not holding any tension in our body, so take a moment to focus on how you feel. Is anything flexing? Is anything tight or uncomfortable? Just find a very comfortable, fully relaxed corpse pose. Now take one more deep inhale and a long, complete exhale. Make sure your eyes are closed. Let your breath find a natural flow. And just be still. If you notice your mind wandering, let that thought pass through your brain like a cloud in the sky. And just bring your attention back to your stillness. Now bring your attention back to your breath, taking deeper inhales and longer exhales. And slowly invite movement to the body by wiggling the fingers and the toes. Maybe rolling the wrists and the ankles. And keeping our eyes closed, let's bring our knees into our hands, pulling them to our chest. Let's take a moment to just feel some release in our lower back. Maybe rock a little side to side. Slowly circling the knees if that feels good. Or just enjoying the stillness. And keeping our eyes closed, let's come laying on our side with our knees bent, kind of in a fetus position. And slowly press ourselves into a seat in the center of our mat. Find a long spine. Let's just take some deep breaths. Let's take a moment to express some gratitude to ourselves for bringing us to our mat today, taking some time to move our body and be present at our breath, and letting our energy flow through us. As we inhale, reach our hands to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Thank you so much for trusting me with your practice today, and I hope the rest of your day treats you very well.